everyone. Oops. There we go. How's it going? We're back with Pikmin 2, and this is part 5, if I'm not mistaken. So what was I doing yesterday again? Did I start? No, I didn't start a cave yet. Yeah, I just laid down the groundwork for the current level I'm on, I think. No, anyway. Okay. Yeah, I think I did say that I wanted to try to collect more of the treasure that's available right now above ground. I may need to refresh my memory and look around a bit, so I can plan ahead the amount of work I want to put in today. Oh yeah, my yellow Pikmin were just done building a bridge yesterday, last thing, before I stopped streaming, as I recall. Yeah, that one, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna need my purple Pikmin. I'm gonna need purple Pikmin here as well. So I guess I should take all of my white Pikmin, bring them here and work on that wall. And then once they're done with it, take some purples, wipe out those enemies there. And put those same whites to work on this. And after this... yeah, I should try to get rid of that enemy too, because otherwise it's gonna burn my white Pikmin. So I'm gonna need some whites, purple, reds. There's a lot of enemies in this area here. Well, those three for one thing. And those two flying, blowing monsters. And that's the third cave over there, apparently. Yeah, also, yeah, another thing to consider. I want to know where all the treasure are. Okay, that enemy must have a treasure in it. Well, that one probably doesn't. So that's another one. There's the one that I couldn't lift because I don't have enough purple Pikmin. So that's 3, but that leaves 2 pieces of treasure that I have not yet located. Let's have a look at the map. Let's see. Well, there might be one here, I suppose. Can I see one? No. I can see a cave over there in the distance, but that's about it. I guess the needle is down here, and as I move here, it goes up a bit. So maybe there is something in that direction. I'll keep looking. I already knew about that one. Yeah, well, I don't know. But I don't know, because it... yeah, it's over there, so I guess I'm not really getting closer by moving that way. Am I? I know it goes back down when I go that way. Alright. Here maybe? it didn't really work on this. Thought I was done with this place here, but might as well check again. I'm having a really hard time locating these pieces of treasure. Yeah, well, there might be some over the... Ah, but I guess that mushroom over there might be a piece of treasure that I have to bring back. Yeah, it could be. So that's another one. That still leaves one, though, that I have not figured out yet. There's nothing here. Maybe one of these monsters has one as well. Well, okay. I have a plan now. So let's reset. So let's take some white Pikmin and some red Pikmin. And then ready my purples. Okay, white. Probably gonna need all of them. And then a few reds. Okay, to get rid of that fire-spewing monster. Okay, which way do I go for this? Yeah, okay, over that way. So, left. Come on, get to work. Alright. Okay, you can start working on this. Okay. Chacho. Yeah. Ah, well, that's gonna have to do. Okay, well, if I could get those blowing monsters to come closer. Why don't you come over here, you? So I can trick you. It stays around where those other monsters are on purpose. Okay, hold on. Okay, set them to work on the other wall. Now I'll get rid of the big mamas over there. No, it's all right. Ah, that's a piece of treasure, that thing there, then. Okay. Alright, then. Yeah, well... It's kind of a shame that they lost their flower, because now they're all so slow. What's happening? I lost one, but there might have been a red one working with the whites. Or maybe it's one of my purples then that died. Ah, crap. And I need 100, so I can't really afford to lose any more. Yeah, it would appear that it would appear to be the case. It would appear to be the case. Damn it, I can't even talk anymore. Well, okay, let's finish killing those remaining monsters. Oh. Come on. Come out. Okay, you guys can start working on bringing all of that back. You set the reds to work on bringing that other piece of treasure back as well. And there's our last cave, which I'm pretty sure will require every type of Pikmin under the sun. Perhaps we'll find Louie in here, and yet my CPU is on edge. Ludicrous dangers await. Beasts lurk at the bottom of the deepest, darkest, most foul, sinister, horribly vile pit. Do you still wish to enter? Of course you do. Courage is our true treasure. Oh, that's a nice phrase. Oh yeah, dream then. Okay, well. Damn it, that pen doesn't work. Cavern of Chaos, Hole of Heroes, and Dream Den. This one has 21 pieces of treasure in it. Okay then, so that's 3 pieces of treasure I'm bringing back, and I need 100 purples if I want to bring back the last treasure that's above ground. As for the rest, it's all the caves and the like. So, what I could do now is prepare my my Pikmin to go in that cave. You know what I feel like doing? It's looking up a guide to see which Pikmin type are recommended for the Dream Den. Dream Den. Yeah, Pikmin 2. Recommendation, I don't know. Like, is there maybe one type of Pikmin that you need to bring more thereof or something? But apparently I got exactly the thing that I'm looking for here. Well, apparently I will need, for the boss, a Pikmin of all types. It would seem. So, yeah. Well, I'll try to even them out then, I guess. Or maybe, I don't know, I don't know, the whites usually aren't all that helpful. It's mostly the purples. And then I'm tempted to not bring too many purples because I want to make more. So I need to have the other types so that I can convert them to purple if I get the chance. Well, whatever. We'll see. Anti-hiccup fungus. How many whites do I have here? Yeah, they're not all back yet, so... yeah, you guys can start bringing that back too. And then I'll simply do the remaining caves the next day, I suppose. Yeah, so the last piece of treasure above ground will be that one that's right near the start then. And next thing I'm gonna do then is start working from the furthest away cave, then to the Hole of Heroes, and then the one that's right by the start, because if I run out of time and I have to go on to another day and the monsters respawn, that way at least I won't have to refight all of them, only those that are on the path that takes me to those caves. if that makes sense. I hope it does. I think it should. Walnut. Seed of greed. I'll bring, let's say, 30 reds, 20 yellows. No, 40 reds. So I can convert some of them if need be. Wait, how many purples does that make? Ah, no. Hold on. Yeah, okay, no, never mind. I'd like to have all of them back to be sure. Come on, guys, bring that back. If you would be so kind. It's taking them forever. Come on. Oh, okay. These guys are still not done. Corn. Okay, I've got 50 reds. Yeah, I'm gonna discard some of those. Shouldn't need more than that. As for purples, well, I hope to be able to make more, so... Those. Ah, no, not really. I'm not quite happy with the numbers. Nah, put 10 reds back. And bring out 10 of these. Okay. Now I'm a bit more happy with those numbers, and if I need to make more purples and stuff like that in there, I'll just use reds. What are they doing? It's those purples, they're just too slow. Ah, well. And I'm gonna need 100. I can't afford to lose them, and I lose them anyway. They're great, and I love them, but... That's it. Alright then. Well, yeah, I only have 9 now. Come on! Okay. Okay, I need white Pikmin now. Why are there blues following me? I didn't ask them. Right. Okay. Come over here, you! It stays on the monster like it's hanging out or something, and it doesn't come back as soon as you whistle. I hate when they do that. Look at this! Look at it! Look at him! He's doing it again. I have to restart. I can't afford to lose a single one because I already only have 9 purples. If I start losing more, that's gonna be a problem. These are the hardest caves in the game, and this one is probably the hardest of them all, so I have to be careful. Damn it. Okay, I got the 10. I wish it didn't follow you automatically when you pass right next to them. When they're already dismissed, I mean. That gets in the way, in my opinion. Okay. Get those to work on this. Okay, got them all? Alright. There's a big lobster thing over there. Uh-oh. There's a Pikmin inside and I don't know what could happen to it if I'm not quick enough. Well, okay. Yeah, some of them lost some of their flowers, it seems. It's not a very friendly combination of monsters. Well, that one is by itself, so it should be not quite as complicated. Okay. Well, no, okay. Restart again. Damn it. The problem that I have is that they try to carry the corpses as you throw them around. So it's really not helping. I needed more purples. That's the problem. But it's too late for that now. I have to make do with what I have. And the opportunity to make more might not come soon enough. I might get a better chance this time. The problem is the gas. Okay, should be easier now. Yeah, the RNG might have been a lot better. Poopy doop, quirk, doing work. Let's say quirk. How's it going? Good job, guys. Yeah, you might as well carry that back. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Get this out of the way. Alright. Well, maybe I can trigger the small one to come towards me now. There's a nice clean path devoid of all enemies right in front of me. Oh, I didn't lose any. I was really lucky. And none of them have lost their flower either, it would appear. Nice. Why don't you come over here by yourself? Come on. Well, they don't seem to be interested right now. Okay. And this is only the first level, it's gonna get harder further in. Come on, you guys. It's real crowded, this level. Well, but it's looking unlikely that I will lose any Pikmin now. Alright. But it's not necessary to kill all of them, but... Okay. Just want to make sure that none of them are going to try to come and get them. Okay, where are they going? Right, well, is it safe for the others now? Well, okay, you guys can already bring back that kiwi. Okay, and then Olimar can start working with those white Pikmin. You're struggling a little bit there. Carrying this back. Hold on, I just want the Pikmin, not Olimar. Was that the only piece of treasure in this level? On this sub-level, I should say. This guy's delicacy. Hey, you know what? I think the interior of the kiwi is still modeled pretty well for an old game from that era. Okay, it was the only piece of treasure then. Hold on, let's leave one character by the exit. Carry back all the rest of the dead bodies. Oh well, if I can't kill them all and bring them all back, it's alright. It doesn't count towards completion. It's like a score. Who cares about a score? Okay. Wait. No. Wrong button, sorry. Bless them for that safe functionality between levels. So if something goes wrong, at least I can restart. I hope it's not gonna be like 20 levels with a treasure on each. Let's speed things up, shall we? If you would be so kind. Okay. Was a bit concerned by maybe some random shit falling from the ceiling, like it happens sometimes. What's that thing I can hear? Is that the... No, it's not my ship, is it? Oh, it's a monster up there on the tower. Oh. It doesn't seem interested in me right now, and I like it that way. If it could stay that way, that would be nice, but I wouldn't count on it too much. No. I meant to throw my Pikmin, but... Yeah, figures, right? I already lost, what, 2? Well, okay, I can't afford to lose a single purple Pikmin. They're just way too precious, and I need 100, so... And I'm not even halfway there yet. I might actually have to go back to a previous level, do caves that I have already completed, only for the sole purpose of making more purple Pikmin. I might have to look up online to see which cave yielded the highest amount of purples. Purple flowers that will allow me to convert them to that color. Oh, great, perfect. Well, the layout, well, the enemy placements are not exactly as useful this time. Oh well. Stop clumping together. Separate yourselves. Okay. I don't like those enemies that bombard the area like this, because I really don't have a good strategy for when they're up high like this. Because the best I can do is try to avoid it at all costs, like not trigger its attention or something, not attract its attention. Sorry. that as long as it's mostly off camera, it doesn't seem to pay too much attention. But if it has a piece of treasure, I won't have any choice but to kill it, I'm afraid. But I'm not about to make it aggro if I don't have to, though. And judging from the fact that... yeah, I think that pen is too far away. I think it's that monster. It has a treasure. I really don't know how to tackle this. This cave is big too, so I don't want to put my good Pikmin at risk. What I could do for starters is get these out of the way. So that if my Pikmin are carrying something back, they don't get stuck on the dead bodies. And they can go straight for it, if that makes any sense. It's a good thing I'm not trying to speedrun this. Purples are a bit slower, so I don't want to put them at risk. And those white Pikmin are way too precious, so... well, could I perhaps... so far so good, but if I do have to fight this guy... Nintendo 64. Implement of Toil. Yeah, there's some treasure left. And sure enough... and it's way too high to boot. Well, although I guess if I can come from behind like this, maybe I stand a decent chance. I don't know. Let me try with both yellows and reds. But I really don't have a lot to work with, so... the reds look like they wouldn't make it up there if I was trying to throw them. Come, you guys! Come on! Don't get stuck! Well, none of them are dead, but they regenerate, these monsters, I'm afraid. Hold on. An idea, perhaps? It seems very much focused on Olimar right now. Nah, I lost a yellow. What are they doing? Why are they following Olimar now? I didn't ask you to. This is really flawed because look, they fall. Doesn't have much left. With a bit more work. Well, at least I didn't lose any. I didn't have 100 going in, so none of them are dead, thankfully. Manual Honer. Free 2. Yes, 40. That one is 59. Okay, good to go. Yeah, they made it so that on the blocks, when you start throwing them, they line up automatically behind you so that you can throw them in quick succession. But then they fall off, so you can't grab them anymore. Okay, well, the type of level that I hate the most, where you can throw your Pikmin off the level. As if it wasn't hard enough as it is without that kind of issue. Well, having said that, this level doesn't seem too bad, I guess. Other than the randomly falling stuff from the ceiling, I was gonna say. I didn't allow you to do that. You stay there. And you don't move. I want to see if I can trigger that shit to fall from the ceiling. Possibly. Yeah, no, it only happens if you have a Pikmin with you, I think. Okay, It's alright if I don't have all 10. Well, the good thing with the whites, at least, is that they are fast. They're tiny, but they're really fast. And they obey. When you call them back, they do come back. Let's see if we can trigger more stuff to fall. I call that defusing the situation. But that's really what it is. Getting rid of the potential danger. Yeah, such as this. After it's fallen once, it won't fall again, at least. So, at least that area is made safe, and it remains safe permanently. Unless you reset the game for one reason or another, that is. Monkas, don't die. What's that? Hi, Kong. Okay, now I need the yellow Pikmin to follow me. Yup, bombs. Bombs are a thing in this game. No, not necessarily, but yeah, okay. Like this. Like to get rid of the tiny monsters here. Oh! There's a big mama! Well, I have to restart. Okay, so there's a big mama falling from the ceiling as well. I don't have enough to be able to lose summon and it not being a big deal. This might be the only real difficulty in this level. They're all like that. It happens all the time. Some random stuff for falling from the ceiling, rocks, bombs, enemies sometimes, and after they land, they start eating your Pikmin. There's a lot of floors that are just like that. Now these guys are hanging out just around a gas pipe. This is not making things any easier for me. Ugh! Oh, come on! Seriously? Now that was particularly cheap. The bomb and then the Big Mama falling at the same time. Now, every floor is generated randomly, though. It's complete RNG, the layout you're gonna get. The treasures are not, though. It's always the same treasures on each floor, and the same types of enemies, but the layout of the level and the placement of the enemies and the random dangers are rearranged every time you try. Right, okay, is this a safe spot to leave my Pikmin? Yeah, there's a white one following me. I don't want that. Okay, let's see. I see no gas pipe nearby, but there's probably a big mama that's gonna come out over there. Now, the good thing, if I could get it to happen, would be to have the big mama appearing, and then me running around maybe with just one Pikmin and triggering the bombs to fall, and that might kill the big mama, so I don't have to worry about it. Now I'll ready these guys to go in and fight if need be. Should have taken the white Pikmin with me, because they're better at following. But that's not such a bad idea either. Saves me from some trouble. Yeah, but a white Pikmin would work better. Well, or 3. Doesn't matter. As long as they're good at following me. Throw a bomb, you. Okay. I still haven't seen the big mama, though. That's still gonna be a surprise when it chooses to appear. Oh! Oh, well, that put that gas pipe out of commission. That's great. But at least it doesn't seem like the big mama will appear around here where those bomb droppers are, so that's good news. I could already get rid of these, I suppose. Or maybe not, maybe I shouldn't actually, because if I can get the big mama to appear, and if it chooses to follow me around where these bomb throwers are, I can still use them to my advantage. Ah! Oh, they can pass through electric fences without any problem. There's Big Mama. Come on, Big Mama. Yes, that's it, that's it, that's it. Come over here. Ah, but I lost my 2 Pikmin. That's so stupid. I had the right idea, but I didn't put it in practice very well. Ah. What do I do? Do I restart or not? Oh yeah, let's restart. I will put it in practice again, I guess. This cave is probably gonna be very long, given that there's apparently 21 pieces of treasure in it, and apparently I'm only getting 1 or 2 per level, so it's gonna be like what, maybe 20 sub-levels tall or something, or deep, I should say. So if I start already losing Pikmin so early on, when things are gonna get nasty or further in, this doesn't bode well. I have to play it safe as much as possible early on. Even if this cave alone takes all of tonight, I mean, I'm not trying to beat a speed record or anything, so... Come here, you're gonna get zapped. Alright. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I got all my yellows. Get rid of these electric fences. Yeah, let me get those away from where they are right now. Okay, it's gone now. And okay, that electric fence is already taken care of. And this one is too. Are there any more electric fences? Ah, yeah, over that way. Because I'd like to get rid of them and then move on with the to use the white Pikmin to do the rest. Okay, so that way things are looking a bit more promising. Oops. Now, what I'd like to do is give the purple to this one, I guess. Ah! Just purples. Thank you. No, I need just the whites. Ah! Okay. Well, actually, I don't need all the whites. If I could get even only one, actually, that would be great. Okay, because that's all I need, really. And it still got eaten anyway. Oh boy. Even with just the one following me close behind, it still got eaten. I guess I shouldn't have tried maybe to absolutely get the flying enemy to kill the Big Mama. I would probably have been okay with just using the random ones falling from the ceiling. Something to keep in mind maybe for this next attempt. I'm sorry if this is all there is to the tonight's stream, but if I want to play this correctly, I have no choice but to play this safe. Let's see. Well, I hope they're safe where they are, these. The Big Mama is in the vicinity here. Just the one. With a big nice flower on its head, so hopefully it will be okay. Come on, drop your bomb. Great. Now, if you guys would please drop a bomb so I can get rid of that tiny one. Ah, but I lost the Pikmin in the process too, damn it. And I should have gotten rid of the electric fans as well, so that I could send in my Pikmin to retrieve the monster before it can wake up. Because it does wake up, it doesn't stay dead. That one. That specific type. And so do the bombarding ones, like the one on top of the tower from earlier. Well, that was the previous sub-level, if I'm not mistaken. Why were these reds following me? I did not ask them to do that. Why? When did they join? I didn't even see them do that. Ah, boy. Hopefully this is a safe spot. Okay. Any more electric fences? Yeah, over that way, I guess. Well, I don't know if it's a priority because I don't need to go there, apparently. Nothing in the level layout really requires me to go there, so... Okay. Now... Please tell me my plan is gonna work this time, please. I know it can work. It's more of a matter of when than whether or not it will. It's not if, it's when. Well, all the babies, nice. Can I get more bombs, please? Would be great. Or if not, well... Ah! I got paralyzed by the blast of a bomb. No. And then after this, I still need to secure the body of the Big Mama and bring it back to the ship before it wakes up. That's what they are to me. They are Big Mamas. Short of knowing but how to call them. They all have complicated names. I can never remember them. Okay, let's see. There's another one here. There's another electric fence over there. Okay, well that might be all of them. Same plan. That hasn't changed. Be ready to move these in case of an emergency. Throw a bomb. Yeah, they were not close enough. Come on. Oh no, it hit the Pikmin. Oh well. Oh, forget about it. All right. If I lose one, well, that's one I won't get to keep alive. And then you have the random bombs falling from the ceiling. But that actually that helped me. Now, if that monster would just go away, I would appreciate it. Okay, thanks, guys. I lost the white Pikmin, but things are not looking too bad. And hopefully I get a chance to make more further in. A Gamecube joystick. Glee spinner. Oh, that was the only piece of treasure in the whole level? Well, okay, I've seen enough of this one, okay? Let's move on. Where's the exit? Okay, over there. Right, okay, we have to make some progress at some point. Don't know how long I've been on this sub-level alone. 20 minutes, maybe, half an hour. This looks like a level I already had in a different cave, that one. Well, except for the obvious monsters. There's really not much room for you to separate all your Pikmin so that you can more easily pick the colors you want. Oh boy. Well, I may only have 9, but they're doing a good job still of fighting these monsters. Just have to be careful about these gas-spewing things. And now these electric enemies mixed in. Yeah, it's a bit too dangerous to tackle these. Let the yellow Pikmin handle this when the time comes. Goodbye, purple Pikmin. Why? Why? It worked for the others without this thing throwing them off the level. So why now? This might be the biggest cave in the game, I think, because it says 21 treasures, and I think the others didn't have so many. Having to fight these yellow electric beetles much earlier on this time. Well, at least they were not thrown off, but they've lost their flower now, which means they're gonna be slower to move out of the way. No, 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 no! This is really stressful. Some got zapped, there's one that got thrown off the level. Oh boy. I wonder what went through my mind the day that I decided to stream this. When you play it off stream, I mean, you don't have the pressure of giving good impression. So I think it was more enjoyable then. Here there's the pressure that you have to perform. I don't have a lot of purples, that's part of the problem. Okay, there's the exit. Well, hang on a minute. Do I have to kill the monsters at all? Does any of them have a piece of treasure, maybe? Or is it just the treasure that's by the exit? Because if not, I don't see why I should worry about having to kill all these monsters, really. Maybe I don't even have to. Nothing gets detected, so actually I might even be able to throw them down here. Wouldn't that be possible? Well, there's still that monster in the way, though. Yeah, it's always turned towards my Pikmin. Hold on. Oh yeah, but they have to carry it back all the way. Yeah, yeah. So the problem isn't solved at all that way. Yeah. No. Okay. My bad. Yeah. Why didn't I think of that? No, I still have to secure a safe path for them to bring back the treasure. Reset. They got squashed. Well, at least it's good to know that that you only have one piece of treasure to bring back, but I wish it wasn't so hard. If there was a type of Pikmin that could just get by these guys without having to worry about getting squashed by these rolling boulders, it wouldn't be so bad, but that's obviously not the case, is it? And only the purple can get rid of these guys quickly enough to not have to worry about a thing. Although I guess I could fight them without the Pikmin, but that would take a ridiculous amount of time. But maybe still less time than it would take for me to keep resetting 20 times until I get it right. So I don't know. If they don't regen and I just weaken them down a bit like this, that might make fighting them a bit easier. Do they regen over time or not? Well, that one is in the yellow. We'll see on the way back if it's still yellow. Well, that one's dead. Should be enough. No, they do regen, okay. So there's a bit of merit to that strategy, but not as much as I thought. Oh boy, that was very risky what I did there. At least they don't come back to life. What I did, however, that was stupid, is that I should have gotten them to destroy these gas spewing things before moving forward. Why are those Pikmin following me now? I didn't ask them anything. So why all of a sudden they were following me? I lost all 9 of them. Why is it that sometimes they remain paralyzed for a short amount of time and sometimes it's longer? Why? And because I'm losing my patience, I'm feeling super hot right now. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I need to plug that fan somewhere. I'll plug it in the back of the Wii, because all my USB ports are already taken on my laptop. Bear with me. It's easy, Rudy. To find a hole, just think in your mind that there's air around it. Well, hair. And it should fit in just right. Yes, that's gross, I know. Alright. Oh, feels better. Keep cool. Okay, we're good to go. Alright. Actually, I know there's no gas thing this time. Yeah, there is that too. This is really annoying when they start carrying something that they're not supposed to. Well, actually, no. Wait. Oh, it can't destroy these smaller insects because they have a shell, I guess. It was ready to eject them again. Well, I guess as long as it is facing a stretch of the terrain that is, well, not a hole, I shouldn't fear losing them too much. Hey, why don't you turn over this way? That's it. And throw your thing. That's it. Okay. Thank you so much for making my life easier for me. And while we're at it, you know what? Take care of that one too. Thank you. You're so nice. Ah, there's the exit this time. Well, actually... Go ahead. Excellent. Do it again. Do it again. Oh no, it's gonna get detected by the other one. Alright, okay. Good. You two there. Why don't you kill each other? Yeah, they're a bit far apart from one another. That might be a bit more complicated. Oh, come to think of it. I love it. Well, there's still the matter of the smaller electric enemies after this, but at least they can't shake off the yellow Pikmin and throw them off the stage. But it seems like the way is clear other than the electric enemies. Alright then. Come on. It's because I feel cooler. Thank you, fan. Thank you. I'm losing my mind over this game. I hope the next few levels are not gonna be over a bottomless pit like this. I already said it, I know, but this is my least favorite type of level. Because the danger of your Pikmin dying in that bottomless pit is just too big. This makes things more stressful than they need to be. Yeah, this is not great. Camera angles. Well, although, you know, as long as they can carry that coin back to the start of the level, I don't really have to kill all of them. Oh no, let's do it anyway. I really wish that thing wasn't in the way though. Oh! I threw one off. Forget about it, because I'm not restarting this thing again. Well, I'm a bit worried about that one over there. Still succeeding at killing my Pikmin. Hold on, hold on, hold on. It's bad enough already that I lost a few Pikmin. So... yeah. They're carrying something. No, okay, I think they're safe now. There's nothing to fear anymore. Okay. Where's Olimar again? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, let's leave him by the end of the level. That would be great. Well, I lost a white Pikmin. Well, I lost a purple Pikmin on the way to the cave. A white Pikmin in the cave and a yellow. camera a bit closer. If I try to carry that one, they might go over the edge, maybe. You guys okay? Yeah, okay. I know it wasn't ideally placed on the edge of the level there. Just don't fall, that's all I ask. Please. Okay. Nah, it's a bit too risky to send them over the edge here. So what I could do is... because these guys with the coin are taking way too long. Okay, there we go. Shouldn't take quite as long now. Okay. Now, Olimar can wait by the exit. And then the Chacho might be able to take control of the rest. And then we can move on. Just waiting for them to come back right now. 97 Pikmin left. I mean, most bosses can be killed with a relatively small amount of Pikmin. It just takes longer. And if you have to play the battle longer, you have to play it right longer. Now that's the challenge, isn't it? Mirrored elements. So he has 80, this guy has 17. No Pikmin are free. Let's delve deeper. Yeah, we've only done about a quarter of the level, I think, here. How many treasures would that make? 5, I think, so far. 4 or 5. And it's another level like that. With death pits. Let's get rid of all those fire-spewing things first, maybe. And maybe along the way I'll realize whether or not there are some random stuff falling from the ceiling this time. Ah! Oh, come on. It's not so hard now, is it? Yeah, that fiery monster probably has a treasure, judging from the sound that the detector is making. Now I have to deal with that kind of guy. At least I don't have to fear fire. I wish it was possible to make some nectar in this level because they're all losing their flower. Okay, no Pikmin dead yet, but that might still come, I'm afraid. Because that big fiery monster, I can't use my purples from behind to paralyze it, so... No! What did you do? Unfortunately, late game caves don't care about players' needs. You can say that again, Flam Person. Welcome, by the way. Well, hopefully it goes back to sleep and I can finish that one off with my purple Pikmin. I really don't like that enemy type. That one might fall off the level if it keeps going this way. That's right, go back to sleep. I wonder, are the red ones going to extinguish it by fighting it, maybe? Because then, if the fire goes out, then I can take my second playable characters with those purples ready to go in and then paralyze it, and then switch back to the one controlling the reds and then swarm it. That would be nice, if it is possible to do so. Don't think so. Yeah, in my experience, at least so far, I've already played the game once before, but of my experience of replaying it recently and of streaming it hasn't shown me that it's possible to put the fire out through any other way than luring the monster in the water. Please. Let this go well. No! And I didn't press the right button. I'm gonna lose them all at this rate. I need another strategy for this. It's really not going well. RIP. And this is still early on in the cave, so if I already start losing all my Pikmin now, I'm not getting to the end at this rate. This is only sub-level 5. I don't know how many levels this one has, but judging from the amount of treasures and the fact that there only seems to be one treasure per floor, there must be close to 20 floors, I think. And if a quarter of the way through I already lose 20% of my Pikmin in one enemy fight, and it's not even a boss, no. I need to find a way to fight this guy more efficiently in such a way that I won't lose so many Pikmin. If I lose one or two, okay, but I don't know. I don't know if you can. I mean, I probably could, but it's gonna shake them off and it's gonna heat them anyway. Come on, guys. And now we have to deal with that sort of shit. Secure the area for your friends. I know in the first game it worked well to swarm their back with the C-stick. But here in this case I only have 40. I know it worked especially well if you had great numbers of Pikmin, because then it died before it could do anything really. Swarm and run? I can't do that. I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I don't know how to. Swarm and run? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that could be a viable solution. You may be right. That enemy there is in an awkward position. No, come back, you guys, because it's gonna throw you off the level. Come on, turn over this way so that at least if you throw them off, you're not throwing them off the level. There's another big one near, really close by. Those big ones have spawned in the worst possible spots with the fire like this, because I can't stomp their back using the purples. Lure them off the edge. Yeah, it's possible as well, yeah. Ah, the big one, you mean? Ah, that's actually not a bad idea, because I think indeed it will not care whether there's a hole or not. It's just gonna try to go for the Pikmin. Is there a good spot where I could do that? Here, maybe. There's a hole here. That might not be bad. Yet. I believe if it falls off the level, the treasure will spawn where the monster was before. I don't think you have to worry about the treasure as far as that's concerned, because I think it happened to me once. Different enemy, different cave, but I think a similar thing happened to me now that you mention it. Goodbye. Alright, well that one is out of the picture. Don't have to worry about it anymore. Thank you for your input, by the way. Because it's true, I did know about that because I've done it before, but when it's you having to come up with the solutions, it doesn't come quite as easily. I found. When you're faced with the problem, it gets harder to think out of the box, outside the box. Let's see if I can maybe get rid of the big red one over there. There, okay. Well, I might be able to do the same thing with the big one then. I might not even need the Pikmin. Ah, there's a treasure. Okay. Excellent. Thanks for the tip. Let's see. Is that all the monsters? I think so. Well, you guys can work on bringing that back then. Where was the exit again? Ah, over there, okay. Let's see, yeah, I think that's everything. Insect condo. Yeah, only one treasure per level, that's harsh. Okay, let's see, no Pikmin free. Let's go then. Sub-level 6. Oh boy, is that a boss? Yeah, come to think of it, there might be multiple bosses in this one. No. Don't see the point of this, but yeah, it's a reused cave from a different level, I think. Because I do remember that cave. There was a boss in the middle originally. Might be. Could be, yeah. You fought him the other day. Thank you for the follow, Flampercent. Future orb. Well, I'm done, it seems. Now. I'm not gonna take the risk. But yes, I kinda have to. Because there's the exit. Is there anything of value elsewhere? No, there doesn't seem to... They're not very generous with nectar and giving you flowers so that you can make other colors of Pikmin in this cave. There's really nothing behind these walls. I can take a limited number of them. Maybe I have a lot of reds, so if I lose reds, it's not too bad, I guess. Or... hold on. This guy is in the way, that monster, so if I can get the other one to shoot towards it... That's it. Well, that's not good. It's alright. It's alright. As long as these reds can work in peace on breaking the wall without having anything to fear. There. Sub-level 7. Not nice. Not nice. Right at the beginning. Seriously? And there's more than one enemy too. No! Don't make them lose their flower. Okay. Essence of Desire. Again, that's the only treasure in the level. Okay, can I get the president to go to the exits without me having to hit anything else? Nah. Okay, well, I need the assistance of Pikmin to open up the exit. Come on, come over here instead of hanging back over there. Or I guess I could lure them. Come on! You're... What happens to Olimar, by the way, if you don't get down? I've never really figured that out. What, I need yellows? Absolutely. It has to be yellows, maybe. Oh yeah, okay, that hurts. Yeah, and I already lost one of my 20 yellows at the start, so... Go, guys! But at least it's not interested in Pikmin. Watch out for possible bombs. Yep. Ah, crap. Well, I brought more with me, but... That yellow over there! Oof, that was close. Is it just bomb throwers now? Well, I could maybe get them all out of the way without having to fight them. No, not really. They're not gonna leave me alone. Okay. I mean, I'm not playing for a high score or anything as far as the money collected goes, so I don't care too much if I don't bring back all the enemies, but I do care about getting all the treasure, though. For me, that counts towards 100%, and score doesn't. This game can be hard enough as it is without having to worry about that. I like the game, of course, but I wouldn't be playing it otherwise. Well, my electric Pikmin are no use to me right now. Okay, that's blue. Okay then. Well, they don't really care about Pikmin all that much, the spiders. It's if they see Pikmin carrying an enemy or a piece of treasure that they suddenly become very interested in what they're doing. At least in my experience. Don't think they're gonna try to attack them. Yeah, I'd like to get rid of all those, No! What's it doing? I was trying to get them past the electric fence as fast as possible, and this one decided to try and have a go at it. Obey my orders, I say. think I should have brought more purple Pikmin with me, because I was counting on perhaps finding flowers to make more purple Pikmin in that cave, because there is one treasure that requires 100 purples, and I don't have that many. But there's more than one enemy like this? It's not doing anything to my Pikmin, is it? Other than attracting them to it, I guess. Yeah, so they stopped listening to my orders. Yeah, right. Ah, come on. I know it's a slope, but please make an effort. Alright, that's it. Take out all the traps. Oh, a jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, and one of those spiders has decided to have a go. Oh no, actually there's more than one treasure in this place. 1, 2... They got a bit too close. Yeah, that might be everything, I think, in terms of the fire spewing things. I guess I could maybe try. Well, no, never mind. Let's take out all the traps first. Wait, this is not all the whites I have left, right? Ah, yeah, no, there's 2 more over there. There's the exit. I don't think I've ever seen the spiders actively trying to attack the Pikmin. Unless it is under attack itself, anyway. Okay. Now wait. There's one left over there. And that's all of them, I think. Well, okay, hold on. It's the yellow I need now. Right. And then I'll try to get rid of that guy that's messing with my Pikmin there. Or trying to, anyway. Taking my time with this. I don't want to lose any Pikmin if I can help it. There's one there. Okay then, that seems to be all the traps gone. Well, maybe what I should do now is try to one by one take out the spiders, because they're not gonna let my Pikmin collect the treasure anyway. This one is a red. Was there another yellow? Ah, yeah, over to the other side. I don't want to accidentally attack a different one, but... No, you guys! Yeah, I should probably have Olimar keep control over them so that they don't try to take part of the fight without having been invited. If you catch my drift. Okay. Right. That yellow Pikmin up there is struggling. Okay, there we go. Oh, well, okay. Carry it back. He seemed so eager. Well, I don't need any more yellows. Let's take those whites, maybe. There's one or two purple spiders. Oh, wait. Is there another yellow one? Ah, there's another. Ah, well, okay. We'll have to take care of that then. Well, these two like to be right next to one another, it seems. Oh, okay, they decided to get apart. You have to have them land on the tiny head of these things. And this is not the easiest thing to do, especially when you have a very small number of Pikmin to work with. It was quick to shake them off. Maybe in this case the Wii version would be better. this specific case. But it is better for other things too, but... I don't have that version, so... I couldn't play it. There's another blue up there. It's not that I want them that specifically, it's just that if I don't, they're just gonna steal away the treasure I'm trying to get back, and they might become aggressive against types of Pikmin that can't resist whatever it is they throw. The blue ones, it's water, so they might drown my other colors of Pikmin. Okay, there only seems to be red ones left. And a yellow. I don't know, it sounds like there's a second one, but I can't see it. Is that all of them? Alright. I don't know where the second one is. I really don't know. Okay. Good. Stop trying to follow that guy. I am your master. Yeah, you can carry that back if you like. Hold on, I only want reds. And now let's take care of the rest. Do I have all 40? Okay. I see there's a blue spider over there, but I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Because as far as I can tell, my Pikmin might not necessarily pass in front of it. Well, I hope not anyway. I'm a bit lucky in the middle of all this, all things considered, because there seems to be more reds than other colors of spiders, and this is the type of Pikmin that I have the most. The biggest amount thereof anyway. There's still a spider over there. I think that shall be all of it then. It's just a matter of collecting the treasure after this. Okay, you guys, you did a good job. Let's get to it now. How many do I need for this? 15. Okay, not nearly enough. Okay, is that it? Chacho. Okay. Good. Possessed squash. Extreme Perspirator. Don't ask. I don't know. Don't know why it's that name. Of all things. Of all things it could have been. Those purple are really struggling. For lack of a flower. Right, okay, I think that's it. There's one I didn't kill, but that's okay. Just waiting for the last few. Hey, Aquilix! Sorry, didn't see your message straight away. How's it going? This cave is really hard. I believe it might be the hardest in the game. And I'm not doing it last. It's long, it's hard, and there aren't any ways for me to make more Pikmin along the way, so I kind of have to make do with what I have when I start. Well, at least it seems we're done with that with those levels where it's all empty space all around. This level seems more peaceful, though. Ah, it's one of those levels where you get the option to go back to the surface. Ah, no! Well, I said peaceful, but I might end up losing some Pikmin because of these guys. Yeah, some of them died. Why did I have to say that it looked like a peaceful level? It's my fault. I jinxed it. Uh, I'm not progressing fast, but at least it looks like this would be the hardest cave, and then after that it should be all go more smoothly once this is out of the way. I might not even be done with that cave today. I collected most of the treasure above ground. There's only one left now in that level. Yeah, kinda. Well, okay, they all have a flower now. I don't have to worry about those other enemies. Well, the Pikmin series in general is not exactly an easy series. It looks pretty innocent, I guess, because of the way the game looks and sounds. But make no mistake, it's not an easy game. Ah, well, if all of you guys have a flower, let's continue, I guess. Wait. I'll finish checking out the rest, but yeah, no, this is a way back out. No, I was gonna say I didn't pay attention to the detector to detect the treasure to see if there was any treasure on that level. I really didn't pay attention to it, but I don't think it was making any noise. Okay, these levels are gonna have a... This is great, right? I'm on an island surrounded by water, so I can't bring my Pikmin anywhere I like, and I'm already attacked right out the gate. This is perfect. Yeah, right? But it's more like a mortar or something like that, but... Because it's launched up and then it rains back down on you. And now it's that enemy. No time to react whatsoever. Oh, man. Let's see, how many treasure do I have? Okay, 10. So I'm halfway through the cave, only halfway, because I think I was at 149 when I started the cave. Well, okay, I seem to be a bit more in luck this time. Aww. Seriously. Come on. Because that big monster was coming, so I had to rush over around it and try to get them out of the way. And that enemy that's right there, that's ready to burn my Pikmin to a crisp there. It's fried Pikmin night. And if you don't kill it quickly enough, it will shake off your Pikmin and throw them in the water so that they drown anyway. It's coming already. Okay, none of them died, but come over here, you guys. Don't stay there, damn it. Okay, get just a red. If I could create a safe corner of the map for me, but I guess this guy isn't gonna let me do that, is he? Why don't you come over here, where it's safe for me to fight you? Yeah, no, not gonna do that, huh? No, 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 no. Aww. There's water right behind him. I can't do anything. Yeah, there, they drown. Oh boy. It's a good thing I have that game installed on an HDD. Because otherwise it would be even slower to reload every time. Hey, come on! I wasn't dead, I guess. I saw its health bar being empty, so normally if its health bar is empty and it comes back down to flatten them, it doesn't work. Because it's considered to already be dead, so it does the animation, but it doesn't interact with the Pikmin themselves, I guess. Come on, I just want to make myself a safe haven in a corner of the level, and then so I can start and go around and fight them more efficiently, but... Ah, perfect. Lots of monsters right out the gate again. And because the level layout is completely random, it is a different distribution of the enemies every time. The level itself seems to be the same, the level layout. It's just where the enemies are at the beginning that seems to be different. There's nothing you can do, nothing. They get eaten, they get drowned, they get burned. And if you leave them in the middle to try to strategically go out and try to pick them out one by one, that big guy comes around and rains fire on them. Only suffering like our lives. That's all there is. Yeah, look at him. It's already here. And the frog to make things more complicated. I just want a good start, right? Is that asking for too much? A good start of the level, please. Well, at least that one's dead. Except it was not gonna be that easy, right? Huh? It seems impossible. And you need your Pikmin to get further in, because if you don't have enough of each color, there's a boss at the end of the cave that requires that you kill different parts using different color of Pikmin. There's like one part that you can only kill with blue Pikmin, another one that can only be killed with reds, and so on and so forth, and the yellows. I'd like to separate the purple from the rest, but with those enemies being so close, it's gonna be tough, isn't it? These two together. It killed two. And I already have so few purples to work with. Okay, I'm gonna explore the level a little bit to see if there is any flowers that I can use to make more purples. If there isn't, I restart the level again. And obviously, there isn't. Where's the treasure, by the way? Okay, that monster seems to have it. Yeah, I have no choice. Ah, it's a shame. I thought I was onto something good there, but I can't afford to lose any purples. Come here, you guys. All right. Are we good? That guy is already there, though. If it wasn't for that fire-breathing enemy and that frog, I could probably lure it out there in the corner where there's no water and swarm it. And be done with it. that's not likely to happen now. You don't want to come over to that corner where that big enemy can't reach me? You fire-breathing guy. No? It's like a big troll, you know? The game knows. If I go out to try to get the fire-breathing enemy, the big guy is gonna get me, and vice versa. It's a big cruel troll. And now the frog is hanging around. Maybe I can lure it back to this side, the frog, and get it one way or another. Aw, 21 died. Okay. I seriously don't remember this level at all. That's like 25% of what I have right now. And I'm only halfway through the level with no way to make more Pikmin before the end. So basically, it makes doing the rest of the caves and all the subsequent levels impossible to beat. Reset. Most of the other caves, they focus on one type of Pikmin that you have to use, so you can afford to go in with greater numbers of each and afford to lose a few. But in this case, if you lose like all your blues or all your reds or something like that, then it makes the rest of the cave impossible to beat. So you have to keep as many as you can alive till the very last level. But I don't know if this is better. Well, I might actually be in luck this time. Come on, you big guy. You want to come? Come have a fight. Come on. Come closer. It throws them in the water. This is what I feared. Aww. I should try to paralyze it with my purples, but I have no room to separate them from the rest. It's a really tight corner, and they just group together, and it's hard to separate that color from the others. I lost two. Of which color? A red and a blue. Well, I'd like to get the purple and only the purple. Can I, please? Don't try to carry them back. It's distracted and trying to get those others. But there's that water creature there that's gonna come in and try to eat them anyway. Unless it wants to come towards me here. While it's distracted. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, well, I might be in luck. Tell you what, get these out of the way while that guy is distracted anyway. As long as it doesn't move. Right. Just in case, because I don't want them to, these corpses to be in the way while I fight. Well, I already lost a few Pikmin, but at least it's not colors that I had only a few numbers thereof. Surprised I even managed to get them back because they were drowning, clearly. I was almost done. Oh, I was almost dead. That would have been the biggest problem in the level dealt with. Can I finish this with only 6 purples left? Come on, you guys! You don't have to go through the water to get it to its destination. Seriously, the AI of this game is completely bullshit. Come on. Take it away before it revives, because it wakes up after a while. I'll just keep going because, and the worst part is, I need more purples. I can't afford to lose any, but... Yeah, that thing is breathing fire in water. Care to explain how that works? well, okay, all of my blue Pikmin are held prisoner, so I'm stuck again. I have to restart. Look, I'm losing my mind over this. It's not that I'm picky, otherwise I can't finish the cave, and then I would have to restart all over from the beginning and redo all those levels I already did before, which I already struggled with, through. It's not that I'm picky. It's a question of keeping things actually achievable for the subsequent sublevels. Oh, well, actually, this time I don't have any monster right at the beginning, so I guess that's good. Hold on, where is that big monster? Okay, it's gonna try to come from that side, so... But it's stuck again, but it's the blue Pikmin I need. And see how hard it is to separate them from one another. They can't even do it themselves already. So how could I? It's ideally placed and everything. If I could just get those blues by themselves without anyone else. Nope, not this time. No! Stay out of my business, you friggin' frog. No! Why are they joining in the fight? I didn't ask you to, damn it! Why? I didn't ask for anything. Okay, is this really the worst floor in the whole game? Maybe, if at least I could have confirmation. If I could be sure of that, at least I could tell myself, well, come on, Rudy, just get through this one, and if you can, then you've done the worst, and then you can rest assured that the rest is easier. But hold on, man. Now, no, it's not a first on stream. Don't worry about it. But yeah, this one does. Right now, yeah, it does. Dream Den sub level 10. Now I could cheat. I could use cheat codes, but I managed to do it the first time without using cheat codes, so I'd rather not. Wait, apparently there's only 14 sub-levels, so there's only 4 more sub-levels to this one? But there seems to be so many more treasures, though. Hmm. Can't I have a strategy guide, maybe, or something for sub-level 10? This is the same layout as Hall of Heroes sub-level 6? Well, great, I haven't been there yet. If you need to use the Ultra Bitter Sprays here, go ahead, you probably won't need them in the final battle. Immediately press X to dismiss your Pikmin, do not call them with B first. I don't have a Ultra Bitter Spray! Unless there is an enemy on your starting platform. If this happens, you should defeat it first. Simply reset the game. What's the Ultra Beater Spray anyway? I haven't used them at all in the game so far. But the game hasn't given me any either, so a spray is an item in Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 3 that gives temporary abilities. In Pikmin 2, you discover one of the new plant species, dubbed the burgeoning spiderwort. Can grow berries that have special compositions that can be used to your advantage. When 10 are collected, well, maybe I haven't collected 10 then. You obtain a single dose of the spray. There are two kinds of sprays, ultra spicy and ultra bitter. Both are attainable in Pikmin 2, but only the ultra spicy spray is found in Pikmin 3. The ultra spicy spray is a red spray that can be obtained by gathering 10 ultra spicy berries. And what does it do? The first time one of these berries is found, the ship gives a short speech and then requests the captains to blah 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 blah. Unleashing this spray on a Pikmin replaces its leaf, bud, or flower with a red flashing light, similar to the one over Olimar's head. Their maximum speed becomes almost as fast as flowered white Pikmin, and the affected Pikmin gain attack speed, which also improves their efficiency when deconstructing gates, constructing bridges, and recovering from enemy attacks. After 40 seconds, all effects wear off. While the spray's effect can be extremely useful in many situations, caution should be observed, as drowning, burning, or suffocating Pikmin sprayed with an ultra spicy spray will actually die more quickly than unsprayed Pikmin. But I don't have that though. I don't have any. And if I want any, I have to get back out of the cave and restart the whole thing from the beginning. Now I could cheat and give myself some without having obtained them first, to sort of rectify my mistake without having to restart the cave from the beginning, but come on, I already managed to do that before when I didn't have cheat codes. I shouldn't have to cheat. Oh, okay, I have an impossible layout of enemies right out the gate this time. Have you seen that? How are you even supposed to do that? I guess if I had the spray, yeah. Well, you know what? I'll see if I have a cheat code that would give me this, to see if that would make a difference. Because I have to check whether or not I actually have those codes. Because maybe I don't. Let's see. I don't have any. Crap. Oh, or maybe I will check off stream then, whether or not I have them. I could probably find one, find a cheat code file, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. I'll stop here for today before I lose my mind over this, and I'll try to figure out a solution in the meantime. And hopefully I can start making some good progress tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, I hope. Because it sucks if I have to cheat. I don't want to. I don't like to, but I want to be done with this game. Well, okay. We'll see about that tomorrow then. And hopefully everything will be working smoothly. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully things will go better by then. And maybe I'll have more ideas for more strategies and the like. So take care and see you next time. Bye bye. Take care.